Junction.
What's going on, Grand Junction? This is Karen, your host, and I'm joined today by Josh Castaneda. He is the owner of Mutual Friends. How are you today, Josh?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. So Mutual Friends is a new store on Colorado Avenue, is that right?
Yes.
And what do you guys sell there?
So we do board supply and streetwear, so skateboards, snowboards, and then more of the higher end skateboarding products.
Okay, cool. What inspired you to open a store like that?
A lot actually, just being influenced by so much like art, music, everything kind of intertwines when you're into skateboarding or snowboarding, when you grow up, you are used to seeing videos from, California or even over in Europe, snowboarding and skateboarding. And so you take those influences with you and then you hear what they're listening to while have their parts or whatever. So it's definitely a whole ordeal with that. So.
Did you do skateboarding first or snowboarding?
Yeah, definitely skateboarding. It was just like a lot more affordable for me when I was younger. So that's what I grew up doing.
Yeah, how old were you when you started skateboarding?
About 6, and I did grow up here skateboarding most of the local parks and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. I never got into skateboarding. It's kind of hard to stay up there, without falling down really fast.
Yeah, it just takes
At 6,
practice.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't have done that as a 6-year-old. And then you got into snowboarding from there?
Yeah, I actually was starting to work in the industry, so I ended up getting like discounts and stuff. So that's when I ended up being able to afford snowboarding and started getting into it. But yeah, it's definitely it was just like skateboarding. It's like the freedom of skateboarding, but just on the snow. So it was just it was rad.
That is cool. Yeah, I've been skiing once, so never snowboarding, but maybe. I mean, it does look cooler, I think.
Yeah,
so.
it was good too.
Which one do you prefer, do you think?
I like the freedom of skateboarding a lot more. It's more of a kind of a misfits kind of thing. So.
What do you find people coming into your store more looking for? Is it snowboarding or more skateboarding?
You have those kids that you personally know who come in for the skateboarding and just to hang around and talk about the industry and stuff. But then you have those people who are just curious, just because we're so new. So you get those people just curious and just trying to see what I'm all about or what the store's all about.
Yeah, that's really cool, really important. You are from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm sure you have a lot of support from around town getting you going on this whole journey, opening your own business.
I would definitely say like my family is the biggest support. Even like my sister, she grew up playing instruments and doing art, and so I was very much influenced by her in a certain aspect with what I was doing. So
Definitely.
Growing up seeing these videos and then growing up seeing what she was doing, it just kind of mixed well with how the shop came together,
Yeah, definitely. And I've noticed, I've been to your shop and it's very cool. You have a lot of unique boards that I've never really seen anything like. You said that someone gave you those? Could you tell me a little bit about that? The ones on the side of the board.
Oh, so basically you go through different distributions, and the freedom of me owning the shop, I get to pick these distributions. At other corporations, you get sent whatever you want. Like they send you whatever they can, and you don't really have the freedom to pick and choose what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So with the products I chose to carry, it's products that bigger corporations can't get because they're so tight-knit and they're ran on pre-orders. So it's just it's like more exclusive for people.
I guess that kind of leads to my next question, which is what kind of separates your store apart from other ones like it?
It's more personable. You see people here in town and they're not really skating or being involved with the community. They're just out there exploiting the world of skateboarding. And for me, I wanted to make this to not exploit it. I wanted to make sure that what I was doing was very genuine. Like I wouldn't go into my store and not buy it. I would buy every single thing in there. And that's what I want people to know. Like not even if you're not about the store, I want people to know that this is a community thing and that they could come in and they have their influence on me, as well as I would hope I have my influence on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool,
Yeah.
connecting with the community and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
And at your store, you showed us the back of it. It's really cool. It's like this huge space, and they have these lights. And could you tell us a little bit about that? What's that for?
So there's many possibilities for that. You know, we're going to be trying to do events every single month to kind of get the community involved, whether it's about skateboarding, snowboarding, just to have a good time, or anything like that. But it's definitely, there's so many room for possibilities, you know, video premieres, just get-togethers, and just a good time.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool that you have access to that. You can do whatever you want there.
Yeah.
So the format and the look of your store is really unique and contemporary. And when Ashika and I went in and looked, it was just really striking. It's kind of different than a lot of things downtown. Did you have any kind of influences for that, the look of your store and the layout?
Yeah, definitely. So for me, I was very influenced by the West Coast ever since I was really young. So a lot of it I wanted to make look like it was like a beach bum's like garage. Like going in there, you felt really at home. You felt like you just belonged there. And then it also has the aspect of like a streetwear shop. So I went to Europe and I was really influenced by most of the boutiques, because everywhere in Europe there's really not much corporations. It's just a lot of owned, like locally owned boutiques. And that's where I kind of got like the streetwear aspect of it. So
Yeah, that's really cool. We actually have a clip with we shot a bunch at the store, so if you want to see that. Yeah, that was some pretty cool stuff we saw. Like I really didn't expect it to be that new feeling. I hadn't been in really any of those buildings on Colorado, but they're kind of older. What made you choose to put your store there?
you know, Main Street and Colorado are like the main attractions of like tourism. So when I saw a place on Colorado, you know, it has like grassroots and Loki, so it's kind of already in the realm of skateboarding and snowboarding and biking. So it's more like the action sport, kind of like outdoors kind of person. So when I chose that, it just kind of fell into place, honestly. Like I didn't even think I was going to open this thing. You know, I was working some random job for the city, and you know, I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. And what I knew was skateboarding, I knew snowboarding, and that's basically all the experience I had. So when my mom actually found the spot, and when she found it, she talked to the owner, and he was like super old, and and he just wanted to give it away, and we ended up renovating it, and it was a lot of work. It took us about 2.5 months. After working a 40-hour week, we would be doing that on the weekends. So yeah, it was a lot of work for sure.
How long did the renovation take?
It took a little over 2.5 months, I think, around there. It's still a work in progress. It always will be.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I bet that's a good thing though, that it's
Yeah.
continuously improving and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
And have you noticed, I know that our last guest is the one who recommended that we talk to you about being on this show. Have you noticed, yeah, cheers. Have you noticed any kind of welcoming in the community? It seems that there might be that kind of aspect downtown.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of welcoming in the community. Everybody seems super supportive, like they're willing to help you anytime you want. So it's great.
Yeah, that's really cool. I was kind of surprised. I just didn't really think that the businesses interacted that much, but it kind of seems like they do.
Yeah, they all go pretty much hand in hand. If some person has a place, they'll recommend a place to other people. Even the coffee shops around, they'll work together, and it's super cool to see that.
If you go buy a latte from David, maybe you'll like give him a shirt later, or he'll come
Exactly.
buy one. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Good idea. And what's been your favorite part about this whole experience, opening a new business?
Just the learning aspect of it all. I'm just continuously learning about the business side of things myself. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the moment basically.
And how old are you, Josh? You look pretty young.
I'm 24 years old.
Okay, so how does one get to own their own business at 24 years old? That's pretty impressive.
I can't even really answer that for you. I just felt like it was just something I needed to do. It was like out of the limb thing. It's like this is the last chance that, I felt this way, that it was the last chance of me actually doing something that I love. I'm single, I don't have any kids, so it's like perfect.
Yeah.
I just fell into place.
Definitely. That's cool. Hopefully that happens and I just stumble into owning my own business. That'd be cool. And how have your first few weeks been? Pretty successful? Are you feeling pretty good about the opening?
Yeah, definitely. It's been pretty steady. We're still getting the word out, and then we're going to be having events, like I said before. So this upcoming, the 28th, we're going to be having a Halloween party. So
cool.
It's more of like a community event rather than kind of like a grand opening or like trying to sell things. It's just like, if you want to come by and have a good time, then come by and have a good time.
Yeah, definitely. And where could people find out about these events?
Right now, just Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, cool.
But
and that's mutual friends.
Yeah, and then just word of mouth. I just do a lot of guerrilla marketing and just going around and kind of showing my face and handing out flyers and stuff. So
nice. Get to know the owner.
Yeah, exactly.
And the name Mutual Friends is pretty unique. What gave you an idea to call your store that?
So with the community of skateboarding, everybody knows each other. And same with this town. If you've ever grown up here, like you would know that, if you didn't know that person, you knew someone who knew that person. So it kind of just went together. It's a very familiar name that people kind of always looked past, especially on like Facebook aspect. But
yeah,
I think it works really well for what I'm trying to do and let people perceive.
It's cool that the community aspect of skating is such a big part of your business.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, it's influenced basically everything I am. With the music I listen to, with the clothes I wear, with the people I interact with the way I think about art and the way I think about architecture in general,
Yeah, can I skate on that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely cool. I mean, maybe I'll have to take a whack at it again, try to get back on the board. The last time I wasn't so good. I fell off pretty quick. But well, we're about out of time, but thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
and
having
there's anything else you want to tell us about your store at all?
I mean, just come by, check it out. It's an honor to sit here with you. A lot of people don't realize, like, with business owning, like, it takes a lot of sacrifices just to sit here. So, I am thankful. So thank you guys. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Of course. Josh took time off of being at the store to be with us today. So thanks for that. Well, thank you. And this has been What's Going on Grand Junction, and we'll see you next time.